President Trump's lawyers will say, I expect, that you should dismiss this case so that the country can move on. They'll assert that this impeachment is partisan and that the spirit of bipartisanship and bipartisan cooperation requires us to drop the case and march forward in unity.
All right, let's assume that was their actual intention for 5 minutes. You're basically accusing Trump for what the Democrat Party is doing right now. How long have you let burn, loot, murder, and the Antifa-tards riot, burn down cities and private property? And how many people have died from all of this? You know, remember Chaz, Chop? Numerous people got shot and killed. Even Trump has proven himself to have more humility than this. And I'll get to that in a minute.
With all due respect, every premise and every conclusion of that argument is wrong. Just weeks ago, the President of the United States literally incited an armed attack on the Capitol, our seat of government, while seeking to retain power by subverting an election he lost, and then celebrated the attack.
Not only is this a lie, but it is an easily provable lie, which I will prove to you right now. Now, raise your hand if you know and can tell me exactly what he said that enticed the violence against the Capitol building. Have you ever noticed that not one person, neither civilian nor politician, has ever tried or even bothered to recite exactly what he said? I'll tell you why. Because it never happened.
But Shogun, you don't know either. The tweet was deleted, and deleted for good reason, because he'd violated the terms of service. He enticed the violence against the Capitol building, and for that he really needs to be prosecuted and impeached.
Again, think about it. If he actually enticed violence against the Capitol building, not only would they have not removed the tweet for everyone to see, but they would be using that tweet as evidence against him in court. In fact, I have the tweet right here, as well as a few other tweets that he tweeted just before he got booted off of Twitter for good. Oh my goodness, look, the violins! The violins! He is definitely going to jail for that. Ooh. Oh, and get a load of these tweets, Oh yeah, especially the top one. Asking everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. You see it right there, Trump is a Nazi, oh my God. He's enticing violence with peaceful words, oh no!
Hey, wait a minute, how do I know that's not been photoshopped or just been made with faketrumptweet.com or something? Yeah, I don't believe it. Trump is a Nazi orange man bad no matter what he does. I don't care.
Now, I can't speak for all of you, but me and many of my friends in Halsey's server, we were watching all of the events unfold live, including Trump's Twitter feed. People sent the tweets to me. Oh, and other people were retweeting it too. You never thought about that? Aren't you just a little suspicious? Or is your confirmation bias that strong? Let's move on.
People died. People were brutally injured. President Trump's actions endangered every single member of Congress.
When will you hold burn, loot, murder, and Antifa to the same standards, you hypocrites?
His own vice president, thousands of congressional staffers, and our own Capitol Police and other law enforcement. This was a national tragedy, a disaster for America's standing in the world. And President Trump is singularly responsible for inciting it.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop your fucking lying.
As we will prove, the attack on the Capitol was not solely the work of extremists lurking in the shadows. Indeed, does anyone in this chamber honestly believe that but for the conduct of President Trump, that charged in the article of impeachment that attack at the Capitol would have occurred. Does anybody believe that?
What I believe is that you're so full of crap that you're farting at the seams.
And now his lawyers will come before you and insist, even as the Capitol is still surrounded with barbed wires and fences and soldiers, that we should just move on. Let bygones be bygones. And allow President Trump to walk away without any accountability, any reckoning, any consequences. That cannot be right. That is not unity. That's the path to fear of what future presidents could do.
Considering that you've done that since June, people are scared of what you and the Democrats will do in the future. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how stupid people are to believe this garbage without even thinking.
So there's a good reason why this article of impeachment passed the House with bipartisan support. The principles at stake belong to all Americans, from all walks of life. We have a common interest in making clear that there are lines nobody can cross, especially the President of the United States. And so we share an interest in this trial where the truth can be shown and where President Trump can be called to account for his offenses. William Faulkner famously wrote that the past is never dead. But this isn't even the past. This just happened. It's still happening. Look around you as you come to the Capitol and come to work. I really do not believe that our attention span is so short.
Considering how you let BLM and Antifa ravage the country, don't get me started on attention spans, retard.
That our sense of duty is so frail, our factional loyalty is so all-consuming that the president can provoke an attack on Congress itself and get away with it just because it occurred near the end of his term. After a betrayal like this, there cannot be unity without accountability. And this is exactly what the Constitution calls for.
Yeah, you only care about the Constitution when it suits your own needs, you filthy liar.
The framers' original understanding, this chamber's own precedent, and the very words used in the Constitution all confirm unquestionably, indisputably, that President Trump must stand trial for his high crimes and misdemeanors against the American people. We cannot continue down the path of partisanship and division that has turned the Capitol into an armed fortress. Senators, it now falls to you to bring our country together by holding this trial, and once all the evidence is before you, by delivering justice. Thank you.
So, for the most part, the Democrats have nothing. Zip, zilch, nada. So basically, all they're trying to do is to distract you from what's really going on, as well as what they've been doing for the past year. From the burn, loot, murder, and Antifa riots, from the coronavirus, from the shutdowns of the economy and destruction of the economy, to what they're actually trying to do next. And that is to get you ready for the Great Reset. You know, the thing that nobody's really talking about in public. The thing that's going to essentially eradicate your property rights. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. You're going to eat the bugs. You're going to live in the pod. No more big scary guns because the police will have them and they will keep you safe from the big bad terrorists and the Nazis that just don't really exist. Oh, and they also want to tag you with an RFID chip and plant it in your right hand or in your forehead that you may neither buy nor sell without it. So they can track you all across the world and maybe even kill you remotely by lethal injection through the chip. Okay, there's a reason why I've done this video. And it's because I believe that there are a number of people on our circles that are getting too distracted by the politics and the circus known as politics. Guys, you have to be able to discern sometimes and know when something is just a massive distraction from the real issue at hand. And that is that while they're doing this circus and entertaining the masses with more Orange Man bad, trying to impeach someone who's not even president anymore, they're doing more and more things straight under your nose. There is a lot of new legislation the Democrats are trying to push. It's not looking good, and it's definitely very unconstitutional. I will try to cover as much as I can. But ultimately, it's been a while since I've done a regular video. I apologize for the bad mic quality. I don't know why the quality on this mic plugged into this computer for some reason just isn't very good. It could be the environment for this microphone. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But I will be looking forward to troubleshooting it in the future. Although I wasn't planning on this video being this long, but here it is. So it's Halsey's birthday. I'm going to go celebrate with him in just a moment. So I will see you guys in the future.